Gemini, Cancers. It's Sagittarian Truth Seeker here, and I am here with your love cusp reading for the month of June 2019, the cusp of magic. Nice. So if you need to know anything about me, everything is in the details, in the description box, and if you need to know the cusp dates, they will be in the comments energy. So this looks good on the outside, okay, but you know, of course, I'll walk with you through the process of this. So you actually have a rose quartz as your crystal this month, and that has to deal with love life. So this is really pointing towards love life, but this is either new or renewed feelings is here for you, okay? And we are at this energy where we are free to finally explore love, emotions. There's no more blockages here, okay? Stepping into a new experience, whether with the person that you're with or the person that you don't even know. For some of you, it's dating. Others of you, it's a relationship. So let's see. So, the cusp of magic. Even though this is neither an air or a water sign, the romantic energy that you are in, the Queen of Wands she is a magician. She does hold the magic. These are known as the psychics, the manifestors, the person who knows about the esoterics and the spiritual realm and the things that they can manifest through magic. So you're in your magical energy, okay? And then the person here, whether you know them or not, they're in some Scorpio energy. So they're very mysterious. Their mystery is what's attracting you. It's what's seductive. This would be a very sexual relationship too, because of the intensity of the unknown. Okay? That would be something, the good part of it. You know, there's challenges in every connection, but that would be what brings you guys together here. Okay? This is somebody who is on the journey of love through the heart, through feelings, okay? Very romantic. That's their approach. Your approach isn't quite romantic, but it is the passionate side. This is the friend. This is the loyalty. That's one thing that they could rely on you right now, is that your loyalty as far as moving forward, okay? Because there has been some type of unchained restrictions that some of you or one of you or that person, either one of you that you have dealt with, that is finally free to move how you want to, okay? But even though you guys would be brought together by seduction, you know, you have to make sure that it's not lust, too much too much passion, but the challenge of you two would be power, okay? Because this energy, even if it isn't a Scorpio, it's the energy that they are in, okay? They are in the energy of Pluto, which has to deal with power, and also Mars, which has to deal with force. A lot of sexual energy, a whole bunch of it, honey. But they are physically active. Like, this is a person who you would see actions out of them. You would actually see their commitment. You would actually see their consistency here. Okay? They do know how to express themselves, but the way that you express yourself and them would be very different. Okay? And they may not know how to handle your friendship approach. Because Queen of Wands is kind of like your best friend. You know, it's your best friend that you happen to fall in love with. Okay? Because they understand you. They don't necessarily try to mold you. They are quite bossy, okay? They do like to give instructions. They're very instructional. But then the person that you have coming in, they're not really about instructions. They want to just free flow, okay? So, all right, let's go into this. Where you are at this time, yeah. Your assertiveness shows here. Your firmness shows. Which I said power is going to be quite a struggle here. You create things. You make them work. This is where your mindset is. I have this all under control. You can't control love. You can't control feelings. The more that you do that, the more that things bottle up, the more that they explode. Okay? Sometimes you miss opportunities trying to control something that is ran by two people and not one. Okay? So it's nice, and I feel like that's why they're attractive to you. Because of the feisty. Because of that, just their words don't woo you. You know, they're cute. You know, it's the energy of, oh, that was cute. You know, but that's not going to get me to where you want me to be. And just because we're sexual doesn't mean, you know, we have to move toward a committed relationship. You both going to have this mysterious energy about each other where you hold off so much until you're ready. Okay? All right. So, where the universe wants you to be is not actually, you know, not be so independent. Okay? Not be so into self to where you can't be open enough to let somebody come through. To let go of some of the control. In the shadows, we have heightened intuition. So both of you actually have this. It's crazy. So you could even possibly have like telepathy or something with this person, because you are the cusp of magic. So you may experience like some magical or some mystical type of connections in your lifetime. The challenge is somebody's maybe emotionally stuck. Okay? And it doesn't mean that you are dealing with somebody else or that they are dealing with somebody else. They just haven't got it. They need to get their emotions back in alignment, 100%. Okay, so one of you may have just stepped out of something not too many months ago, maybe 8 weeks, 8 months ago. And like I said, this is a renewal, so this needs to be taken very lightly if this is something new. And even if you're dealing with something, it's still to take, you know, a very friendship, lighthearted approach, and don't get too intense too quickly. Okay, let those doors open naturally. What has occurred in the past? Okay, we have an earth sign showing up here. Okay, but we have somebody who, I mean, it could be either one of you, but their focus is so on their self and maybe even their money. Their money, their possessions, their job, and that could also be your Gemini side, because when I did readings for them, you know, as far as love, you know, they wasn't really open for it that much. They were still trying to keep all their responsibilities and priorities and finances together, so they weren't really looking towards love here. There is an opening on you guys' side. It's being so invested in self to where we're not opening up for something else here. And the root of this is, for some of you, you've been single for a very long time. Okay? This is somebody who hasn't dated or hasn't felt real feelings, and now somebody is going to come in with feelings, and it's going to shake up some stuff. Okay? In your love life, it's going to shake up some stuff, so are you going to allow it? And I told you there could be like troubles in this energy too. And I feel like it also has to do with not only power, but consistency. Somebody is too aggressive to where the other person just can't get in emotionally. Okay? Somebody's going to have to step back. Okay? Because somebody just doesn't feel 100% fulfilled with the situation. And I feel like it's the person on the outside. It doesn't mean that you're not looking for a relationship. It doesn't mean that you're not looking for love, but somebody could be quite sensitive to how you approach relationships. And you're kind of already have it in your mind of what you want. And you're in the energy of Aries, and Aries, they start things. You know, they are the cardinals. You may even have approached them, or you may even have started it off, but later on you're like, okay, I don't know. So the momentum of this connection would also be a challenge. It's like sexual satisfaction, you guys hanging out, but You know, even elemental wise over here is quite a challenge. But yet it is an opening. But this opening causes for somebody to sacrifice, you know, having to be in control. Okay? Somebody also may have fear. Because the Fool may be somebody who has just stepped out from another situation, and I don't know if I just want to really get into something that quickly. Like where I'm saying somebody's emotions are stuck, even though this is a potentially beautiful type of connection. It always has to do with allowing. And I just feel like with the cusp of magic and you being in Aries energy, Aries also represents the magician. It would be more of you that would have the dominance and control of where the connection would go. So you could easily say no and walk away from this and just continue to be of self. And focus on your own energy. You're just like, this person's not it. They're cute. They do really nice things. But I don't think that's my person. Assumptions. This is like assuming, no, this is not it. I don't think so. You're not my type. Okay, Queen of Wands, even though you're not a fire sign, it's the energy that you're in. You can have that perception. Not at all. So we do have ego popping out. But we do have satisfaction towards the end here. And I'll go into why. Alright. Yeah. Somebody's like, no. That before it even begins, it ends, even though this is a new portal to a new experience. You know, it's just like, yeah, this is not my type. This is not my person. For some of you, this person is too mushy. They're too delicate. They're too soft for you. Okay? You know, sometimes in your mind, you'll be like, oh yeah, I was so run over this person. Like, literally. Just, you know, and then your shadow energy is in the energy of Aquarius, which is the rebel. Rebellious energy. I do what I want. You have so much independence that it's like, how could this person enter? Or it could be vice versa, where they have so much independence, it's just like, okay, where can I insert myself? Okay? Where can I insert myself? And somebody can see a future, but then somebody's already made the accusation that, okay, yeah, this is not going to go anywhere. This won't go too far. Okay? Somebody has already calculated everything, you know, a mental calculation, and that could be your Gemini side. Because your Cancer side would go with this and go with the flow. But that Gemini side is thinking here. Because let me tell you something about the Gemini energy. This is why they have the twins. The Gemini, they think about, you know, the light and the dark. You know, the good and the bad. They look at both sides. That's why it seems to be contradicting, or people feel like they're bipolar, but they do take every direction into consideration. This is your calculations here. Okay? So, how to get over this is to release the need of control. Whoever this is for, this is all this is about. Okay? Okay? Divine intervention is in the shadows of this too, and that's, you know, the universe kind of intercepting here. Intercepting. We have unnecessary worries. Some of you are worried about the approach of this person, like, because they're all dreamy and stuff. You know, they're doing all sweet stuff. You know, and just to be honest, you know, this type of energy, it's literally cute. You know, that's cute, but you know, they say they like me, but I don't know. You know, they could just be saying this stuff. Like, it's very assumptions here. But I feel like eventually we begin to let this person in. It's a process. Okay, it is a process. And if we go into this other direction, we step into the unknown. This is the mystery. Somebody is fearful of the mystery of this connection because it's on both ends. It is on both ends. So that means there's like a blur. And where that blur is, or where that blank is where somebody is already filling out or putting in detail how this is going to play out. This is a need to release that energy. Okay? All right, guys, have a good one. Thank you so much.